you guys, we're in the car again. This is going to be the last video of Vlogtober. I can't believe it. I still have, I think, 3 more videos left to edit that are already like filmed, but this is going to be the last one, and I know that it's November 2nd, so I'm a little bit late. Wait, is it the 2nd? It's the 3rd. I'm a little bit late, but that's okay. So I'm running this Vlogtober group on Facebook, and so we were kind of chatting about what to do if you're behind, and I, out of curiosity, went and looked because I knew last year I finished a little bit late, but I didn't know off the top of my head how late I was, and I posted my last video last year on November 13th. So I figure however today goes, it's gonna be a little better than last year. I just had like a little bit of a quiet moment that I'm probably gonna edit out, but like what I just said, however today goes, it's probably gonna be a little bit better than last year. We don't know that. We don't know that yet. And I'm not talking about Vlogtober. Today is a weird day. It is election day. I got up this morning at like 4:30 because my body hasn't adjusted to daylight savings yet, or I guess the end of daylight savings, and so it thinks that that's what time we're supposed to wake up, and I've just been going with it. This morning we had a vet appointment, which I'm going to talk about in a second, but we also had a plumber coming out over because I haven't had hot water since Friday morning, or the last time I had hot water was Thursday night. So I guess my hot water heater is being replaced, and this morning was the time that they could come, and I had my vet appointment this morning. So my parents are at my house to meet the plumber. The plumber is there now, and I am heading back home. So there's a lot going on today. I think I'm also supposed to have an electrician come out later for something else. It's like an inspection thing. I don't really know what's going on, but there's a lot going on today and this week. So anyway, about the vet. So panson, I don't want to go over everything that I've talked about because I know I've talked about it before, but I also know not everyone watches every video, so I feel like I should give at least a little bit of a summary. Panson had a dental surgery like back in, when was it? July? It's a while ago. And so he had a tooth that was giving him problems. He had that removed, and then also the one right next to it removed, and then I think there was a tiny tooth on the bottom that was also removed. Sorry if it looks like I'm going through a roller coaster right now. I'm like on a stretch of road along the coast that is very bumpy. But anyway, he had some extractions. A few weeks later, one of the extractions ended up getting infected. He was also like sneezing a little bit and having a little bit of watery eye. The watery eye was what tipped me off to look in his mouth. And so the vet thinks all of that stuff was connected. He went on a course of antibiotics, and the tooth seemed to get better, but he was still sneezing. The eye also seemed to get better, but he was still sneezing a bit. It took a few weeks for that to clear up, and now that's gone. So his sneezing is better, his eye is better, but the vet said to just kind of keep an eye on his mouth. And to me it looked like there was a little bit of something. It didn't look like an active infection, but there was like a little white spot on his gum that to me looked like some kind of maybe cyst or something that shouldn't be there. But it didn't look inflamed. It wasn't red, it wasn't swollen, it didn't look like there was anything coming out of it. And the vet told me, because she's been helping me a lot like over the phone and stuff, and so she told me to just see if I can take a piece of gauze or take my finger, and if anything comes off, like if it's draining or anything. Sorry if this is gross, but I'll try to keep the gross part brief. And so I was like, I told her it didn't seem like nothing was coming off when I touched it, but it felt really hard. And I don't remember if I said these words to her literally, but I definitely thought it. I was like, it almost feels like a tooth. It's like hard, and I was thinking maybe, if like a small piece of the tooth that got extracted was left behind, maybe it was coming to the surface, or I don't know what's going on. So she told me that if I really wanted to, I could bring him in and have her look at it. Otherwise, I should just keep an eye on it at home. and let her know if it seems like it's infected. So that's what I did. I just kept an eye on it. I kept checking it. Probably, I don't know, every 2 or 3 days I would like peek in his mouth and like look at it, which he really seemed to get used to. Didn't seem to mind it at all, like just like, oh, you're checking my mouth. So I've been checking it, and then I'm glad that I've been checking it because when was this? I think it was on Friday. I noticed there was a little bit of drainage. It wasn't coming from that exact spot, but it was like a little bit next to it. And so I gave her a call and made an appointment, and she told me that she could, it kind of depended on what I wanted to do. She could either send antibiotics home, or I could bring him in and have her check. But based on like my description and the fact that it sounded a little bit weird, it seemed like she was kind of leaning toward we should check it in person. And then I was kind of like, I'm very confused by this. I don't really know what I'm looking at. Like, it's weird. Like, it's a weird thing. And I was like, I think you should look at it because it would just put my mind at ease. Just knowing that she's not relying on my description and that she's actually able to see what I'm seeing. So I made an appointment for this morning and brought him in. And so this is our new vet that we switched to in like April, and I really, really like her. But the weird thing is, like, I've never met her. Like, I knew her through like social media a little bit, but never met her in person. I think she's a great vet, but it was just weird because we switched during the pandemic. So I wasn't able, Panson met our vet, but I didn't meet our vet because they were doing, you know, we would do the phone check-in thing, and basically I would talk to the doctor over the phone while Panson was in the exam room. So today I actually got to meet her just in the lobby really quick. I guess their exam rooms are still considered too small. Like, you can't do like a socially distanced exam because the rooms are very small. But she did come out in the lobby because she wanted to show me a picture of his mouth that she took. And I'm really glad that she did, because I was more confused than I even realized. So she pointed it out, the white spot that I saw originally, and she's like, it's a tooth. And I'm like, I should explain that it's like the tooth on the left side of his mouth in the very far back is where this white spot was. So she goes, it's a tooth. And I'm like, oh, it's like part of a tooth? And she's like, no, we didn't remove that tooth. And I'm like, still confused. And she tried to, she like explained it to me several different ways. And I was like, so it broke off? Because it was just a very small, like the size of like a grain of rice. And I'm like, so it was like, it broke off after his dental? And she's like, no. Like, she was trying to explain it to me probably 5 different ways. And finally at the end I was like, so that's the whole tooth? Like, you didn't remove that tooth, it's a tooth. Like, and she's like, yeah. So basically what I've been looking at that I thought was a problem this whole time was like a normal healthy tooth, because cats, I guess they have their molars on the bottom are all like big and they look like molars, but on the top they have some larger molars. I think they have two large molars, I just hold up 3. 2 large molars, and then the tooth in the very back is like teeny tiny. And so when she said she removed the 2, I don't know, molars, I guess, one premolar and a molar, or maybe they were both premolars. When she said she removed those, I just assumed that he didn't have any teeth left back there, but he does. He has that one little tiny one. So yeah. And then I told her, I was like, man, I feel so dumb, because when I first touched it with my finger, I remember thinking to myself, it feels like a tooth. And I thought I was crazy. I'm like, what the heck is this? He's like, it's some like medical anomaly that he's like regrowing his tooth like a shark or something. And then she explained to me, no, that's what it's supposed to be like. Hi again. So I just realized that I think I ended the vet story a little bit abruptly, but I think I covered all of the main points. I still feel like I didn't hit the, but it was a tooth punchline hard enough. Like, I don't think I got home and I told the story to my parents again, and I didn't really get a reaction, but I think it was very humorous. Maybe I just need to work on rewriting it for my screenplay, you know. I feel like I didn't hit that punchline good enough either. I feel like I'm just a little bit off my game today. It's a weird day. Like, there's a lot of weird vibes today. I can't be on all the time. Anyway, since I saw you last, I took Panson home. I gave him some food. He's doing pretty good. Doesn't seem to be in a bad mood after his vet visit. He's doing pretty well. You can hear there's an airplane overhead, and it just reminded me, I think it was last Vlogtober. I'm pretty sure it was last year. I tried to film a couple videos in this neighborhood. I didn't have the car mount set up at the time, so if I wanted to make a car chat video, I would just like drive my car somewhere and park. And I remember I needed to get some like videos filmed and edited like soon, I think like for the same day or the next day or whatever. And I was at home, and my pets were like making noise, and I was just getting really frustrated trying to film at home. So I was like, I'm gonna just go park my car somewhere and try to film there where it's quiet. And so I parked like over here, and it was fine for a minute, and then I realized like the airport, like I was basically right under the path. There's like a small like municipal airport, and I was like basically right under the flight path for the airport. So I would be like talking, and every like 3 minutes I'd hear like some, you know, small loud plane flying overhead, and I had to give up. Anyway, like I was saying, I went home, took care of Panson. He got the rest of his breakfast. I only gave him half of his breakfast this morning because I kind of thought that they might sedate him, because the first time he had like an infection there, they did sedate him and like flush it out and stuff, which like is even more funny because it was a tooth. It wasn't a cyst. It wasn't what I thought it was. It was a tooth. Like, and I legitimately thought that that tooth was some kind of infection that they were going to have to open up and take it out. But nope, it was a tooth. Anyway, I hung out at home for a little bit. The plumbers were still working. I am getting a new water heater, so hopefully that means by the time I get home tonight, I can run my dishwasher, do my laundry, take a shower. I only have one pair of jeans that fits me right now, thanks to the quarantine 15, and so I really just want to put on some pajamas and run my laundry and wash my one pair of jeans. And wash my hair also. Like, I was kind of embarrassed. So I got to meet my vet this morning. I don't remember if I said that. I think I did. Because she wanted to show me a picture of Panson's mouth. And so on the one hand, it was nice to finally get to talk to her face to face, but like, I didn't have my hat this morning either. I meant to grab it as I walked out the door, but I haven't washed my hair in like over a week. Like, both times, I know at the beginning of Vlogtober I had a plumbing issue also, and both times it was like it happened on the day that I couldn't go any longer without washing my hair, like say maybe day 5 or something, where I was like, okay, you gotta wash your hair today. And that was the day that my plumbing went out. So now it's like the absolute longest I can go without washing my hair, plus 3 to 5 days. But yeah, I'm looking forward to washing hair, doing laundry, all of that stuff tonight. So after I left, I went to go do a dog walk, and then I went to pick up, I really needed like a snack, and I felt like I earned some coffee. Like, I felt like I deserved some coffee. So I went to Sidecar Donuts. They're not a vegan donut place. But they have one vegan flavor like that rotates monthly. I wish they expanded that a little bit. I feel like they could at least come up with 2 or 3 vegan flavors a month, and people would buy them, not just vegans, like regular people would buy them. But anyway, they do have one flavor on rotation. I think I went to, maybe it wasn't Vlogtober last year, but sometime around this time last year was the first time I went there and did a taste test of their donuts. And the first one that I liked, or the first one that I got, I wasn't as impressed. But then sometime in, when was it? Like the beginning of quarantine, like maybe March or April. I had a day where I decided I was going to binge watch Tiger King finally, because I hadn't seen it yet. And I felt like, based on my background in like animal stuff and also behavioral science, like I felt like I was gonna need to give Tiger King my full attention. So that was the first time I got Sidecar. I got their coffee, I got a latte, vanilla latte, and their sugar cookie donut. And it was so good, you guys. Like, I hope they bring that one back and like rotate it back in, because I think I had that sugar cookie donut like 3 times that month. And anyway, today was the vanilla chai donut, which honestly to me tasted like pumpkin pie. It didn't taste like pumpkin, but it tasted like pumpkin pie spice. But yeah, it was also really good. It was glazed, and I didn't take a picture of it because I inhaled it too fast. And when I say inhale, I mean literally. I'm kind of glad. I was gonna start filming like as I left the donut shop, and I'm kind of glad I didn't, because you would have seen me choking and crying and coughing on a little donut piece. But I'm okay now, don't worry. I made it, I survived. Anyway, so I got also a vanilla latte, and their vanilla latte is one of the best ones I've ever had, but I will say that I usually get it with almond milk. And today I forgot, because oat milk is usually my go-to if it's available. And so I ordered it with oat milk, and I forgot that I like theirs better actually with almond milk. I don't know why, can't explain it to you, but I love their iced vanilla latte with almond milk. So if you're in the area, they actually have a few locations. If you have a Sidecar Donuts near you, try their iced vanilla latte with almond milk. Not sponsored. All right, so I have one more client to see. I'm gonna turn you guys off, and I will turn you back on in a little bit. You're crazy, Bruce. Are you schmoopy? Are you schmoopy doopy? You the smoopy doopy? Schmoopy boopy boopy. Are you the smoopy boopy boopy? Are you a good boy? Are you a good boy? What's on your face? So I'm home now. And as you might be able to tell by all the meowing and ruckus in the background, the pets think that it's time for dinner, even though it's like, what time is it? It's not even 3 o'clock, I don't think. Oh, it's almost 4. Okay, that's acceptable. They've been trying to trick me into feeding them basically whatever time I get home from work, even if it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And honestly, that was like even before the time change. I think because of the pandemic and with me being home more, they've realized that they can kind of bully me into feeding them whatever time they want. They used to eat dinner at like between 6 and 7 p.m. and then it crept up to like 5, and then somehow they got me to agree to 4. So here we are. I'm gonna go feed them. You guys, hi. I'm aware that I look like a hot mess. Here's Panson. I know people like to see him. Panson. Here comes. So something strange happened today. I realized this earlier, that the math wasn't coming out right. But I was like in the middle of something. It just popped into my head that like I was pretty sure that I just posted the 28th video this morning, which was the bibbity bobbity bibbity box. And I was like, okay, but in my head I knew that I had 4 videos left. But then I was like, 28 plus 4, that's like 32. That would mean I must have done the math wrong somewhere. And I could easily see, because on my spreadsheet, I plugged in the dates myself, like manually. I know there's a way to like auto-populate the dates and have it be in consecutive order, but I don't know how to do that. So, which is, I should know. I worked in an accounting department briefly. I should know how to do it, but I don't. Maybe that's why I don't work there anymore. Anyway, I put in the dates myself manually, and I was like, I was sure that there must be a duplicate date somewhere, because I would have an extra video, and I counted them, and I should have 31. But no, the numbers are all right. I have an extra video. I had planned that I was gonna come home tonight. I have a meal prep video, which is like short and simple. It's nothing fancy. A grocery haul, a bloopers video, and then this video that I'm filming right now. So after like feeling like, I think it's just an ironic feeling that I'm like, I didn't do enough for October. I'm behind, I'm late, didn't do enough. And then now here I am with an extra video. So I don't know which ones I'm gonna post as Vlogtober. I suppose it doesn't really matter. I thought this video should be the last one because it's like a vlog of finishing the series. And I feel like the other 3 don't have that grand finale vibe. I mean, this vlog is probably very mediocre. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching. I think probably the bulk of this video is just me talking about my cat. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do, guys. One of the videos is I do sometimes put the bloopers videos on Patreon instead, so that might be a thing that I do. That might be, or I could save, I think I'm gonna have to go through and edit and see which ones I talk about Vlogtober, like, hey, we're almost done with Vlogtober. And if there's any that I can like edit that out and make it into just a regular video, then I'll do that. But yeah, fun times. I'm not watching the news currently. I'm gonna try to get this done and get everything edited and posted. I have hot water now, which is exciting. I'm gonna, actually before I start editing, I should probably run the dishwasher and then get some laundry going so I can have clean pants. Okay, bye. All right, you guys, hello again. So I just finished editing, or mostly, I guess I finished editing the grocery outlet video. So that is one of the ones that made the cut. I'm now eating dinner. Hi, Bruce. I'm gonna eat dinner, and I usually, if I try to edit like before lunch or dinner, and then I watch the video back while I'm eating, because I can't really get them, Bruce. Did you get them? Anyway, I can't really edit while I'm eating because I eat with my hand and I edit with my hand. But I can watch it back while I'm eating. It's not too distracting. The gang's all here. All right. So I'm gonna watch this video back, and then I think I'm gonna go with the bloopers video as the second to last video. That'll be number 30, and then this one will be number 31. And I did that because the bloopers video is pretty much already done. I just need to save it and upload it, and it's like, I think it's like 1.5 minutes long. It's pretty short. I think when I do Vlogtober and other like daily vlogging challenges, I tend to just leave the funny parts in, like the bloopers and the mistakes. But this year, I guess I ended up with some that didn't make the cut. So I usually save them into a separate file. And so I'll post those as my other video. And I picked that because it's the easiest, and because I haven't watched any of the election stuff that's going on. I've been just trying to focus on this, and I think I want to get it posted and finished so that I can focus on something else, right? Right, buddy? Yep. Bruce, you better stay away from my, you don't lick my broccoli. Okay, I'm going to end this clip, and I will check in with you when things have moved a little further along. I feel like, so I'm vlogging on my phone right now because I'm using my memory card for my camera, and I feel like it's not the most, I don't know if it's the lighting or if it's the phone. It is like 5 something, so it's like dark already, but I feel like it's like not the most flattering light for my guy, for Panson. He's like 10 times more attractive in person. I just thought you should know. Are you okay, Bruce? Between his grandparents coming over today and the plumber, he's had a long, hard day for just a little dog. Brucey, you tired? You tired? You don't want to put up with me? You're gonna just go to bed, okay. And then this one just had his first dose of his new antibiotic that he got today. And then he got some extra dinner because he was such a good boy, and also because he's supposed to take it with a full meal. All right, do you guys want to help me close out the video? This is it. This is the this is the end. I just posted video number 29 and 30, and you don't need me to tell you that because you already saw it, probably, or yeah, you know that it exists. I don't know if you watched it or not. But anyway, I just wanted to say thank you guys for watching. I am feeling pretty good about Vlogtober, except I have YouTube, I have my browser window up in the background, and like the last 4 thumbnails are my face, and it's like, it's making me uncomfortable. And this one will probably be also, because I'm just gonna probably let YouTube pick the thumbnail for me. So apologies for that. I will try to not let it happen again. But yes, thank you for watching. I know a couple of people have already asked if I'm going to do Vlogmas, and I probably will. I don't know. I guess I have a question for you guys. Because you guys, if you have made it this far in the video, I'm assuming that you like watching my channel. I've thought about possibly doing daily vlogging in 2021 and trying to do a full year of daily vlogging. But if like finishing Vlogtober late is any indication, like that might be a challenge. But I don't know, it feels like less pressure to do daily vlogging for a year than it would to do it for a month, because I feel like with Vlogtober and Vlogmas, there's like more pressure for every video to be like themed and to be, I don't know. Because I feel like people who do daily vlogging for like a year or like on a consistent basis, it's just like, you're just like kind of hanging out with them. Like they're not trying to impress anybody. They're just being themselves, you know? So I don't know. I kind of like that idea. There are people that I follow who are daily vloggers, and I enjoy watching them. And I think it would be fun to do. I don't think that's what I want to do forever, but I think it could be fun to do for a year, or for, I don't know, probably a year, but I don't know. So my question is, how often do you want to hear from me? Do you like the little bit like shorter, more casual videos that are daily, or would you rather have like a little bit longer and more researched and more kind of tutorial, helpful, informational videos? I mean, those would still probably be in there even if I was doing daily, but they would be maybe less frequent. I don't know. A lot of people have said like my car videos and just like chat videos that they've liked those, which is interesting because when I was filming them, I was like, nobody's gonna want to watch this. Like nobody's gonna like this. I feel like that happens a lot though. A lot of the videos that I think are not gonna do well end up being the ones that people leave more comments on and have positive things to say. And I think it's because those ones are just me hanging out and talking about nothing, like everyday life kind of stuff. And I mean, that's what I like watching on YouTube. I like watching other people just talking about themselves and talking about their lives and stuff like that. So I don't know. I mean, it's November. I have like 2 months to figure it out. Well, 1 month, I guess, until Vlogmas. But let me know if you guys have any thoughts or opinions. Thank you guys for watching. I don't know. I know I've talked about like some of my YouTube goals, trying to get my channel monetized and stuff like that. And to get monetized, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. And I think right now I'm at like 3,150 for watch hours. So I'm getting there, getting pretty close, which is really exciting. So thank you guys for watching all of those hours of videos, and thank you for subscribing and liking and leaving comments. I really appreciate it, and I'm gonna stop talking now, and I'll see you in November. Vlogtober is done. See you next time.